These are the first 25 seconds using infrared. This is a Sony 40 optic camera on the 27th July. So that's the video there. Let's go watch it. There you see the 3 orbs on top, 2 down the bottom. I'm trying to focus in. It's hard to see what I'm trying to capture. So I'm panning in and out. Soon you'll see an orb fly over now. That's it there. And I'll now go back and pause them. They were hard to capture, so I'll just throw the screen out. This is when I first saw them, and I thought, hold it, am I actually seeing this? Because they just look like little spots on the viewfinder. So that's why I was very cautious to sort of try to zoom in. Now there's 3 appearing and actually flying. There's 2 down the bottom, and I've zoomed in on the pictures of these objects. Now the camera finds it very hard to hold in autofocus, so I'll just zoom back to that part, and they're very hard to get in focus. You've got limited time and you're just thinking, whoops, what is it, and trying to zoom in to catch the best you can. So there they are there. They've actually changed now to 3 in a row. So the first they appeared triangular, and now it appears like 3 in a row. So I just try to pan in and quickly, there we go, see the 3 flashes. And that's when I pan out to look for any other things. Now that's where I see that orb flying over quickly. It happens so quickly you haven't got time to try to zoom in. There it is. There it is again. There it is again, just before it flies off. So let's quickly return it back to the start. There it is there. They're in a triangular shape. That's a very good capture, and you'll see the darker areas around it as though it's some sort of electromagnetic field. Now I'll actually quickly process the pictures now. This is a very strong screen capture image, so it shows the orbs, very, very bright information. And I'll just enlarge the pictures and provide the quick zoom now. These are the zooms showing these objects with individual forms like wings or starfish shapes. Now I'm catching little black floating objects in the images as well. So I'll quickly use this trick now to jump to photo gallery and just try to smooth out the images or make them lighter or brighter. It's very hard to catch the small grey floating devices. Now this is a 5 megapixel camera zoom from the laptop screen. I haven't any expensive equipment to use, so it's probably the easiest way to do it. It has worked previously, so I'm sorry for the quality, but here we see again that very strange black object coming up on the screen. What it is, I don't know. There it is again in the previous picture, which was already processed. I'll try to reprocess it a fraction. It isn't easy to do. There it is again. Here's where they look like individual starfish, or they've got their own type of a pattern. There's that dark grey object coming up again. Just as I alter the histogram, I'm seeming to capture this pretty well. So there it is. Actually, this is probably one of the clearest captures. It looks like it's got a hook on the end of it. And these objects here show the individual form and structure. They're very bizarre. So I'll just try to zoom in again. And there's that floating object right near it. Actually, it appeared in, there was 2 or 3 of them appeared on the screen. There it is, right there. Isn't that great? Just the images have come out so clear on this by just altering the actual quality. There it is. Fantastic. Sorry for the pixels, that's actually from the computer screen, and there's the hook device on that object. Here's the other picture which I just took now. It actually shows the area around it where it actually seems to displace the surrounding space around it. Around there, that's it. Perfect. Next picture, the dark object is now further up. So I'll just try to, oh yeah, it's actually moved now higher. That's unusual. There it is again. There's that object again right there. Now I could try to alter the, wow, there it is there. If I alter the detail, I could try to analyze and sharpen the image if that works. Sometimes it works, sometimes it won't. Let's see if it's worked in this case. It has to a limited degree, very limited. That's fantastic. Let's just pick that up. That's the single orb. Actually, that was the one flying across the screen on the top. Actually, that has now brought that up pretty well. Very hard to see anything happening on that one. This is the image of all three together. We've seen this image before. I'll just try to quickly alter it to see if anything pops up. Let's go to the next one. This is where we see that dark object down the bottom again. Now, I'd really love to capture that in closer image, but I can't seem to do it. It's very hard to capture. There it is again. Now, in this image, you can actually see the individual structure of every orb. Wow. There it is again. There's one orb on its own, and I think I focused in on it because it showed some very clear type of patterns in it, which I'll try to reproduce. I'll see if I can adjust the detail on this one. Very tricky. That's all I can do on that one. They're the individual orbs. I don't feel like playing around with them much, except maybe this one. There we go. We're starting to get some shape in this one, which is coming up well. Okay, starting to get a bit frustrated. They're all starting to look the same, so I haven't got anything special. One other image there. Let's see if I can do much of this one. That's a good one. That shows that very bright one down the bottom, and I've just caught at the time where it seems to displace the sky around it. It's got like a feel to it. You can see the feel there sort of coming up. That is a good image. Now I'll actually try to sharpen that image. I think if I do it halfway, it produces the best effect. That's a pretty good one. And that's it.